Hey, how you doing? So last Tuesday, a week ago from today exactly, we caught a swarm at Summit School, and I'm going to open it today and see how they're doing. I've been watching them externally. They've been doing great. They're bringing pollen in. They're foraging really well, as you can see. And today I'm going to move them from the 5-frame nuke and move them into an 8-frame deep box here. And I'm going to move over the 5 frames and add 3 more frames that are just base foundation that's never been drawn out. So we'll see how they're doing. Let's see. Wow. So this was a pretty good sized swarm when we caught it. And I'm glad I'm doing this today because they definitely need the space. All 5 frames have got a good healthy number of bees on them. And they've, so I'm going to try to break these apart here. They were a really calm swarm when we caught them. So I hope they're going to be calm today when I move them over. All right, and if we get lucky, we're hoping we're going to see our queen. So they've already, there was no nectar on this frame a week ago when I put it in here. This was a frame from a dead out colony over winter, and they've already got about 80% of the cells on this one side I'm looking at here are almost 50% or greater full of nectar. So I'll show you that real fast. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but you'll be able to pick up the liquid in there, and you can see them all working. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in, and I'm going to go ahead and put in one of my new frames here on the side. As I said, this is an 8-frame box that we're moving into, and go ahead and move it over. Now, my experience, I've checkerboarded sometimes frames, new frames to old frames, and I've also just left them in the same order they're in over the years, and I found that if I leave them in the same order, I seem to have a little better luck. So that's what I'm planning on doing today. All right, now when we caught this swarm, we did not see the queen that day. So that'll be it's always a treat to see the queen, but we would really like to see her today. Okay, so this is another nectar frame on one side. The other side here, kind of hard to tell, there's so many daggone bees on it. But we'll look thoroughly here and see if we can see our queen. I'll just give you a view there. You can see that. Check, make sure my camera's still doing its thing. Yes, it is. Good. So you can see a nice healthy number of bees on that frame. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back in. Or not back in, but put it in the new box. And look at our 3rd frame here. All right, here's our queen. She's going to be hard to spot because she's really dark, but she is right there. An unmarked queen. She's right on the edge of the frame. Right, put my finger right where she is. And I'm hoping she showed up on the video for you. I think she's already moved over to the other side. But it's always good to see your queen, as I said. So this is a brood frame she's on. It's got so many bees, and I'm not going to disturb them, but they're doing their thing. So that is really happy, makes me happy to see her and to see them be so strong. All right, and then up there she is again. She's moved up a little bit, so she's right there right now. Let's see if I can get a couple people out of the way there. There we go. Nice dark queen. Hope that shows up. And then what I do is when I find the frame with the queen, I learned a long time ago to make sure that she's not anywhere near the edge when I put her in here, so I will not hurt her. Very good. All right, we got 2 more frames to pull from here. See what we got here. Again, very well saturated with bees. I couldn't be happier about that. Okay, this looks like they're trying to clean this up to be a brood frame. It would be eggs in there since these frames were new to them a week ago. I do not have my glasses on right now, so it would be pretty hard for me to see eggs at this point, even if I move these bees. But it's a cooler day today, and I'm not going to disrupt them. I'm just going to go ahead and move them over, and that's exciting. This is going to be a really good colony, and I'm probably going to put a super on this colony here in another week to get ready for our flow, especially if I get in here and see that these 3 new frames that I'm introducing today are getting they're working comb on them in a few days. That would be really good to see. Again, another nectar frame, so that's really awesome. Another good quantity of bees. The outside of the frame, the back side, did not have a lot, but that's to be expected. All right, and now I'm going to drop in these other 2 new frames. And I'm going to move this box as soon as I get done in the space that the current nuke box is, so that the returning bees that are returning from foraging will come right in, and they will recognize it as their own because it'll smell like their queen. So I'm going to go ahead and move that over, and I've got a sort of a solid inner cover, but I should be okay with the screen inner cover this time of year. And I'm going to go ahead and drop that. I think I'll go ahead and drop it this way. Let's see. Yeah, that's good for now. Great. And I'll put my outer cover on. And then I'll lay the lid over to the side here for this nuke. And this nuke box has got about 50 bees inside of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean that up on top here in case there's any bees that are not foragers and they're not able to fly. And they'll go ahead and crawl up and join their new box where their colony is currently located. And I'll come back probably later tonight and grab that box and leave it out of the way. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm excited to see how well they're doing.